Right, so we're here in London and we've very kindly been invited by CCM to come to the press launch event of the Bike Shed Moto Show. So why don't we go have a look, see what we can see, and have a look at some of these absolutely stunning bikes. My name's Ant and you're watching Racing Retro Motorcycles. Some Dakar rally bikes down here. We'll have a look at them.
Yeah.
If I was to ride on the road, I would have something like these adventure bikes. There's just something about them. I think like the old sport bike market's sort of dead, and everyone's sort of going for bikes that are inspired by these. I mean, I think these are actual, 2005 BMW. Oh, that was Charlie Borman's, that is then. So that's from the show Road to Dakar, Race to Dakar. So I think he's actually here on Sunday. So I think if you're here on Sunday, Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman will be here. Borman, is it? Borman, not Boardman. Borman. Charlie Borman will be here. So it's KTM Street. KTM a bit of turmoil at the moment, aren't they? So I don't know if it's. I think they might be okay, but I don't know. But
they've got a signature look, though, haven't they?
Yeah. So this is 2004 660. Still got the navigation notes are sort of on the paper roller thing, like.
Oh yeah, I know.
So
like, like the road map on.
Tell you what, that must be hard when you're riding over like that
Like all the
mental
dots
terrain.
and,
You've got to try and follow your nose and turn the.
Clearing the
I wouldn't. I'll just be like, I'm lost. I'll follow everyone else. Just
clearing the
I'll
sand
set off
out
for
your
last, whatever
sand
that
out your
was.
eyes at the same.
Go.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Thanks. Take the pressure off. Retro Supermoto, that is it? A bit like the DT. What is it? Yeah, DT 250. I had a DT 50. That was my first bike. First ever bike I had was DT 50. But yeah, I put Supermoto wheels on. That's pretty cool, man. Massive expansive chamber. I'm always scared like something with a big pot on it when you kickstart it will just break your shins. It's always like, I've just never been a fan of kickstarts.
Nice.
There's a reason why I stay behind the camera.
Yeah, I'm the same. I hate it.
So yeah, we've got some cafe races and some off-road scrambler type things. It's looking nice. Oh, that's just nuts. What engine's in there? XR 250. Yeah, it looking good. Something else just caught my eye there. It's just an XR. Yeah, so another XR 250, but you can see it's got the Rotham's Honda style paint job there. This is cool, isn't it? It's just a bit of a bobber.
Oh yeah.
Yamaha, what is it? Bike Shaped Barney 1993 XJ. Oh, see, I know Yamaha Diversion. It's based on that. See, I think Yamaha Diversion is probably one of the most blandest bikes, but when make it like that, then brilliant. I love how sort of like talented people are. I don't know how you have the vision to make stuff like this. I don't have any of that talent. So I wish I did, but yeah, fair play to him. Yeah, a lot of talented folk around it. Oh, it's a bit 90s. 7450. Oh, Royal Enfield. Oh, right, okay, yeah. 90s Supermoto inspired Royal Enfield. Look at like the anodized wheels as well. Like reminds me of my Hope hubs on my mountain bike. That's clean that is this with chrome swing arm. It just looks so simple, but really effective. And then of course the 90s crazy paint scheme is just
there we go.
Yeah, stunning. Like I say, I've never been this show before, but it's such a different vibe to anything else. And there's all these different rooms and all different bikes and stuff. So we've only pretty much seen 2 rooms, and then you're walking down, and then all of a sudden you just see it's almost like a little pop-up store, and it'll be like Triumph in there or something, or just whatever, or just some more random bikes, and it's just at the moment I'm not seen everything yet, so I don't know what my bike on the
Price
show
the
is.
best.
Yeah, but we'll maybe just have another one drive. Some flat track bikes down there.
Yeah, what are you drawn to? Pretty smart.
I don't know if do you get any of these up at Mablethorpe, mate? Did you see?
Oh,
Yeah, that's it,
yeah.
on the beach racing. Right?
These will obliterate.
Anything else to go there? Yeah. So this is a Kenny Roberts ranch. So they must have a thing where you can go and have a bit of a flat track experience. And this is one of the bikes. I assume it's Kenny Roberts Senior. He was the big flat tracker, wasn't he?
Yeah. Have you ever ridden anything like that?
No, and there's a place up in Buxton where you can have a go. Like you can have a go on the speedway bikes or like flat track bikes. So, and actually there's a Pete Boast up near you up in Lincolnshire.
Oh,
He's,
yeah.
It's got an indoor one, like so.
Nice,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that we'll have to go up there.
Yeah, that'll be sick. A bit more kind of.
Nice. Oh, way up. So right, okay. So we've got that Max Cook. Yeah, so Max Cook's ZX10s here, but Max is currently at Silverstone's racing at Moto3 this weekend with the MLAV racing team. Like, so I don't know, jumping off a ZX10 onto a Honda Moto3 bike, it's just gonna feel like he's not standing still. Like, but he was a very sort of capable Moto3 Motostar rider back in the day, so I'm sure it will come back to him. Like, yeah, good luck Eddie O'Shea and Max Cook at this weekend Silverstone GP. I don't know what the front end's off. I don't know if it's off like a Ducati Monster or something, maybe. Oh, this is nice. This Ducati, yeah. 2007, that Hypermotard 1100.
I mean, that looks like you'd accelerate and you've just fallen.
Yeah, I know, yeah. It's like just, yeah, I bet it's just dead light, isn't it? Yeah. It does make you want to start another project, like, but you just know it will never get finished.
It's like a lot of them use like the bare bones of like an original bike,
Yeah.
and then they just make it like 100 times better.
Yeah, or just put like their own like personal
twist
stamp
on
on
it,
it.
yeah.
But then again, like I said, I don't think I would have the talent or the vision to put like how some of these have just like made it their own.
I mean, some of them are probably not just aesthetic; they might be like actual like
Yeah,
performance,
yeah. I'd be interested actually. Yeah, what they have actually.
which you would probably know more about riding it. No.
I don't know. I don't know, but yeah. I mean, we struggle to get a VFR 400 finished. Like everyone keeps saying, like when are you finishing that? And I'm like, don't know.
Sometime.
I don't know.
It's an
That's done.
ongoing.
Well, yeah, it's still there. It is still in the shades. It's nearly done.
As long as it's not going backwards.
No, that's right. Yeah, no, it is definitely going forward.
Should we go
Ooh,
into the Haxch Moto?
That is.
This is one of Ant's favourites.
Yeah,
I think.
so I follow these on Instagram, and then when I heard that they were going to be here, I was like, right, we've got to go have a look at this. Like, so basically, it's the XSR 900, the new GP's inspired triple that Yamaha brought out. But what they've done is like, I mean, the colour schemes are mint on them anyway, but like what they've done, these guys have done is like put proper 90s sort of twist on it. So we'll have a look.
What era was the original bike?
And so it's styled like on the Wayne Rainey type YZR 500.
Okay.
Like, so in the standard trim, it's like it's just in the red, white, and the yellow number board. So
Okay,
that's the kind of. So it appeals to like our demographic.
Yeah.
You know, so it's this is just something special. Like, and I was hoping they've done a thing called a slab shot, which is a bit of a combination of the old GSXR slabby and the Slingshot bike, and and that looks like amazing. You probably see it because all the pictures keep coming up on Instagram all the time, so you've probably seen them. But and that's like in that sort of purpley pink and white 90s vibe thing that just right up my street.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about Haxch Moto then? Like, how did it all begin?
Yeah, I mean, Haxch Moto, Haxch is my fabrication business, so I've done metal work for like over 10 years now, making things for designers and architects, but the bikes side of things is under Haxch Moto, and that is just, today has been purely a passion thing for just doing builds. I've done a few commission builds, but this might be the first one that takes it full time, potentially, because it launched on Tuesday and the reaction's been amazing, blown away. So there's a few order inquiries coming in. So yeah, it could be potentially like from fabrication to just the bike stuff.
So yeah, you brought the XSR 900 down then. So yeah, can you tell us a bit about this build then?
Yeah, so it's an XSR 900, a 22 model underneath, and then basically I've stripped it and rebuilt it it's in track form at the moment, but it's taken inspiration from like TDR 250s, YZR 500s, YZF 750s, XZR 400s, all the bikes with a Z in, so that's why I've changed the name to XZR. But yeah, I've taken little bits from each bike. I haven't made a replica of one of those bikes, but I've made something that feels like a Yamaha by looking at like thousands and thousands of pictures of all the little details, and then kind of coming up with an original design, but with lots of little bits from each of them bikes in there. So it's all aluminium, it's all made with like traditional methods like English wheel and sandbag and hammer, and all TIG welded together. And yeah, it's kind of been an obsession for a year and a half. So
yeah, what was the more sort of like complex jobs with it? Is there anything that you ran into that was just a bit of a head scratcher?
The hardest thing was designing the form of it, like figuring out the design. Actually, all the time's gone into figuring that out, and then figuring out how to do that in aluminium, how to actually make it. But getting it to look good from every single angle is a lot harder than it sounds. Like I've got a stool in the workshop, so I get up on the stool and look down, move around the front, and it's just like, I think the majority of that year and a half I've just spent like staring at it. But like people notice certain things in it, and it kind of, or say it looks good from certain angles, and it really pays off like when you hear that after all that work. Yeah,
I mean, the attention to detail is just like, amazing. Like, is there anything like in particular that you're really proud that's turned out like really well? Like, is it
I just like, a couple of people have said it already, and that they said it looks like a factory built bike from the 90s, and some people don't know it's an XSR and I wonder what it is. So to me, that's just the biggest compliment, because I don't want it to look like a custom bike. I want it to look like a factory bike.
Yeah.
Which is like, yeah. So that's my favourite bit of feedback so far. But also, people see different things in it. Like they see a TZR 250 in the front and a bit of YZF in certain bits. So it's.
Is that a custom tank on it? That's
Ali. Yeah.
So did you shape that yourself? And
yeah, that's the tank. That all going together there. So it's like 1, 2, 3 sections on the side, and then what's that? Probably like 7 sections welded up to the tank.
Right. And is it much mod to the actual frame then? Like the sort of.
Yeah, the frame. I've just taken all the paint off it, and then I brushed it up with the sandpaper through the grits and then Scotch-Brite. I've cut off a couple of the stock bits you don't need, and then I've relocated the key so it's here. So normally it's up here. So you kind of, I've just cleaned it up really. Oh, and I chopped off the subframe mount, which is there normally. Relocated that to get it out of the way, because the stock subframe is massive and it comes all the way out the side, but it just wouldn't work.
Is that a custom swing arm as well then? Is that just...
No, stock swing arm.
Is that right? Yeah.
But it just all, when you get the paint off and you brush it,
so the black
brings all of the
the black standard, right?
It brings all the foam out of it. Like when they're black, you don't notice any of that. And then there's a load of nice custom bits on it, like Emesco Designs, who've got a stand over there, did all the CNC top yoke and rear sets.
It just looks like something like a Harris Yamaha or something like. Just looks looks mint, like just let's say proper throwback. Engine wise then, like, so it's a cross-plane triple. Is it like what they use in the R9? Is that right? Is it,
CP3.
So have you done anything to that or anything, or is that just stock?
It's been up to setting tuning, and those guys are just experts on setting these up. So it's been dynoed and tuned, and I think we got an extra 10 horsepower out of it. Obviously, it's got the cats come off, and it's got a new system on. So yeah, it's running nice. We've got the option of doing a few more mods to the airbox to get another 5 or so horsepower out of it. But so yeah, it's all set up nicely. And
what's your plan with this one? Is it going to be just a showpiece, or are you going to get it out on the?
No, we're going to test it on at Lincoln Hill circuit on the 7th of June.
Nice.
Been lucky enough to get on the end of a track day to get an hour just to take this out and test it. Obviously not going to go mad because for it was a year and a half's work of work to like crumple up for like a crushed can. But no, I'm going to test it. The only time I've ridden it was at Lynn Hill, and it was a stock bike. And obviously the geometry is different, and it's going to feel a lot different now. Like better brakes, better suspension. Got Hell brakes and Hell Master and Maxton forks, Maxton shop.
Yeah.
And we've got a linkage to lift the rear, so everything is shifted to it being geared towards track. So yeah, I'll have a gentle wobble around and not go mad, but just a little test. And then after that, I don't know. I think I might use this as a development bike to take molds from to make the next ones and set the production up to make a small batch. In fact, I think it feels like the order's potentially going to come in, and then that could lead to doing a batch of them and maybe different paint schemes and specs. And there's a road version planned with a little TZR style headlight.
Yeah, nice.
So it'll be I need to make them roadworthy, obviously, for most people who use them for that.
Yeah.
So, thing is, I don't really have like a life outside the work. I'm in a workshop every day. Yeah. Maybe like I dictate days off on like burnout. So I can wake up and be like, frick, then but I don't have a structure really. It's just I'm in there every day, and I actually, because this was taking so long, because I was like, I've got to do a bit of metal work to pay, get some money in, and then, but what that was doing is it was meaning it's taking longer and longer and longer to get any time on it. So a few months ago I was like, right, my contract came up on the flat. I was like, screw it, I'm just going to live in a van. And doing that meant it's like $1,000 less a month I need to earn. So there's $1,000 less work I need to do. So more time in that. So I've just lived this for like the last 3 months now fully. But I don't know, it's an obsession.
It is,
And
I just wake up thinking about it, I go to bed thinking about it. So
you think, like, what can I do next? What other bit can you? But I think I don't know. Is there anything else that you could really do to it now? I think you seem to have.
It's pretty close. Pretty close.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the plan is, when the carbon molds are done, then I'll make a headlight. I want like a TZR 250 style light, but a bit smaller. To go across there, and that's the only mod to do really front, and then little indicators will tuck in here. The kind of M unit things, like they're tiny. So you won't notice them, but and then stick the horn back on, I guess.
I feel like number plate places can ruin a bike.
Yeah, I think I'll just have a unit that bolts onto the subframe and then comes out at the back with indicators and a light, all in one unit that just plugs on and off. I'm going to use it for a lot of, like Yamaha, I've got quite a lot of PR stuff potentially coming up.
So you said that Yamaha had some involvement.
Yeah, so it's technically like a yard build project, but they always change in terms of who's doing it, but basically they provided the bike. So they've given me the XSR to do what I want with, but so that once I'd got the bike, then I took it from there. Sometimes they run yard builds where like Yamaha are involved in helping with the build and all sorts, but I just wanted the bike because I couldn't afford to buy the bike and do the build. So I was like, if I get the bike, then So, but they actually, they might be, the Yamaha Europe lot said they might take it to EICMA. They just told me this morning, so that would be, I've never been there, but that's quite a big show, isn't it? And that could lead, I just think like doing things like this and getting it out there could lead to those orders that then mean, right, go full time. And then the obsession like is being paid for, do it even more.
Wake up.
Put even more time into it.
Okay, so that's got a Norton rotary engine in it. The old Wankel engine.
The Wankel Comet.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you even start with making something like that? You probably
But it sounds good though. So the rotary Nortons always did. You sounded good, don't they? We're going down and look at this old dry clutch, and that looks clean. That does. That's mega. That is. GSXR 1100 Slingshot, but it looks like it's got like a Spondon spring arm, and I love that sort of the brushed aluminium sort of like prototype. Well, it is, that's what the style is going for, I guess. But yeah, I'm all for it. I love it. Oh, very nice. Oh, a bit of a Barry Sheene. What Barry Sheene version here? Yeah.
70s charm.
It's a Bandit. Oh, right.
It's very race and retro orientated, this.
Yeah, I mean, Dom would love this.
Good thumbnail.
Yeah. Yeah, again, Bandits were like sort of the Street Fighters choice, weren't they? Like, so they were, people would take them and customise them in the shed. So I guess ultimately, like the Bandit was probably the heart of it, of all like some of these.
I love that 90s Street Fighter kind of.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't like was, I mean, again, probably get shot in the comments, like, but the ones where like the seat unit looked like something gone in the back of it. They'd be almost like
DuckTales, like.
Yeah, just looked like. But I never really got that look, like. But just be like that.
Maybe it was there for performance,
or maybe for wheeling when it's just so it's when the wheeling.
It's a wheelie bar.
Oh, that's it. That's why they did it. Then.
It was just a simple wheelie bar.
It's just a wheelie mod, wasn't it? That's it. So easier to wheelie. How it's like these little shops almost, isn't it? And every like sort of stands in its own little.
It's almost like walking around a shopping centre, but it's just full of awesome
artisan bike brands and things like. So
let's go and see the Michelin man.
So that's just quite cool. So they've got Valentino Rossi's RCV 211V. So this was the first when they switched from 500 GP 2-strokes, and this was the first of Honda's 4-stroke era MotoGP bike. And of course, Rossi won the title in it. Rossi fell out with Honda because he never got his championship-winning 500 2-stroke bike. Yeah, everyone else did. So Doohan did, Cribier did. Rossi didn't, and then that's one of the reasons why he fell out with Honda, and then went to Yamaha, and then rest is history. I don't know if the Yamaha gave him his bikes, I don't know, but maybe they did, I don't know. But I remember he was at Donington at the time, and I remember watching it crane the curves in qualifying, and his teammate Toru Yukawa just sent one end over end down crane the curves, and he was saying it was like one of the most expensive crashes at the time ever, because it just absolutely, like, this brand new sort of prototype bike, and it just obliterated it. Yeah, alright, yeah, so it is CCM. So these are the guys that invited us down, which is very nice of them, so thank you very much. We'll go have a chat to, I think it's Jason that's on, isn't it? So we'll have a word.
So we're at the Tobacco Dock in central London, not far from Canary Wharf. Quite a cool venue. We're very pleased to be here.
Yeah, brilliant. And what bikes have you brought along?
So we brought along this one-off special painted bobber. This is a premium. We've got a Maverick Ultimate, which is pretty much our highest spec bike, with all the Odin suspension and the Brembo brakes, lots of billet aluminium parts, and then our newest model to the family, the Street Moto. This is the R model, so it's the lighter version, a little bit more peppy, perky model, as we like to say. We've been running a campaign for the last couple of months on 0% finance. That's a 20% deposit. So on a normal Street Moto, it's about £85. For a Bobber or Maverick, it's about £128 a month. So it's quite a good range. I mean, in fact, to have a motorcycle for £85 a month is quite competitive in the market. And 0%, take advantage of it while it's available.
Yeah. So these are like cool.
Oh yeah,
it's like. Do you remember the Wolf Sport jackets you used to get? Like, isn't it? That's proper like that, isn't it? That sort of yeah, that's cool. Sticky's Speed Shop. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, it's a bit like that Haxch Moto, isn't it?
It is a bit, yeah. It's definitely like that 80s, 90s vibe.
Yeah.
It's becoming quite popular.
Well, that's it, because we said it was like cafe races, wasn't it? It was all the rage. And then like this year, I think scramblers are more prominent now, aren't they? That sort of scram type. So maybe the next thing is like 80s superbikes or sports bikes that are sort of brought up with like modern brakes and stuff. I think that was the big the engines were powerful enough, weren't they? But I think the chassis and the thing just couldn't handle the power.
Yeah.
Over here, Sam.
Oh, this is the bar, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah, the bar, yeah. We'll come here, right? Well, we've got like some 6-cylinder bikes here, so what now, eh? And is it a Honda CBX 1000, is it? CBX 1000, so these are, say, 6-cylinder bikes. If you asked me Dad what the best sounding bike is, he would say the Honda 6 that Marc Elwood rode. And they do just sound like nothing else, like, so. Look at the exhaust on here, like this. See, my mate Jim is a well dude, approve of that. I say he's a mate, like a family member, but Jim, look at them, mate. How about that? How about those wells?
It must take so long to like do each engine.
No, each section, like, and then what does he like screw it off, like, you know, and got to start again, or could you just cut that bit off and then?
Suppose you just
cut it off and then carry on where
probably
you
tack it all before.
Yeah. So you can tell I know bugger all about welding. I can just appreciate nice thing.
Shiny welding.
Shiny, yeah, nice and neat.
What we got here then,
So,
we got
CBX,
a lot of cylinders.
Yeah. So they've got like the megaphone exhaust on it, so it will sound mega. But I really quite like this the old paint scheme of it, like. But by heck, I bet that's bloody heavy though. I bet Dom would not have a chance on one of them. Like, he pulls up at the lights, his legs will just give way. Like,
Something's gleaming in the distance there.
yeah. I'm trying.
Oh no, we haven't been in there.
We've got like a trial bike show down here.
Oh yeah, no, we haven't done this bit because we cut through there.
Talk about my mate Cookie's got one of these. Does track days on it, so sort of at an age now where, you know, that sort of traditional race positioning doesn't. Well, he's had knee replacement, like, so he's got one of these, and it's fair, he can ride it. Like, so yeah, at Donington Park, he's just like going around the outside down Crane the curve, like, just really. Yeah, so we're about done from the Bike Shed Show London 2025. Big thanks to CCM for inviting us down. It's just been ace, like, looking around all the different bikes, all like the mad contraptions people come up with in the shed. Like, it's sort of inspiring. I wish I could do it. That's the thing. But yeah, but it's a really good vibe. Like, and if you're down in the area, like, come down and have a look. Like, 'cause there's something for everyone. Like, so. But yeah, that's us done. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, we're off to the bar now. So we'll see you next Tuesday.